Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is part 1 of my intro series. I'm going interrailing by myself for 3 weeks, which is crazy, but I'm really looking forward to it and I think it'll be a fun experience. So, optimism! Yay! This first video is a little bit of pack stuff I filmed, as well as the first 3 places I'm visiting. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and let's get into it. Okay, we're doing a little haul. I have acquired a selfie stick, and by acquired I mean I found it in my house. First things first, on my haul, I've got a padlock, a combination lock kind of thing, and a flexible one. I don't know how many locks I need, so I just bought 2, and then if I need to buy more, I can buy more. The second thing I bought was these pair of trousers. They're zip-off hiking trousers. They're all black, so you can't really see it. Okay, so I'll do a little show and tell. So the first thing I have is my dry bag. I used this once when I was on a camp, and I needed like wash socks and underwear. So that was kind of fun. So I'll bring it for that. And also it's just good to carry, like, it's just a good little bag, I guess. And the second thing is my rucksack itself. Now, it does have a broken zip, so I don't think I'll use that pocket rather than trying to figure out a remedy for it. It's 55 liters, so it's like pretty good size. I'm very lucky because A, I've checked in luggage, so I'm not too worried about like the size, especially for cabin bag size. And then B, because I'm a scout and my family's been camping all my life, we have a lot of rucksacks lying around our house, so I had a bit of options and I didn't need to buy one to go traveling. It is 6 days before I leave, which is really scary and I don't really want to think about it. But I have to pack and plan what I'm going to bring. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Everything that isn't clothes, it's a no-brainer, but the clothes bit, I do have to kind of really think about it. I also did just put on a big load of laundry, so there is a bunch of stuff missing, but we won't worry about that aspect. So I'll show you what I've got. So I have 2 pairs of shorts, a pair of nicer trousers, and then also the hiking trousers, but they're in the wash. I have this t-shirt, and that shirt, and then 3 more t-shirts. I have this jumper, I've got this overshirt, and then I've got another overshirt, but that's also in the wash. I've got my pajama bottoms and a pajama t-shirt. In terms of socks and jocks, I've got 7 jocks, 10 socks, and I will wash those kind of every few days kind of thing. And then halfway into my trip, I'm in a hostel, fortunately, that has a like washing machine and all sorts of stuff. So it means that I can do a big load of laundry then and like wash all my t-shirts and then a couple of my trousers if needs be and everything. So that way I'm guaranteed to have the perfect amount of clothes the whole way through. So that's really cool. But yeah, I think that's all. Morning. But we're on the way to the airport. I have to talk to the scary people at the desk because I put my information wrong into my flight. But it's alright. My flight was delayed by 2.5 hours. I'm booked a new train that goes from actual Paris because I was going from the airport, but there's no tickets to get to the next one from the airport, so I have to go into Paris itself and get the train from there. I have got my bag, which is a win. Okay, so look, I'm crazy talking to myself in this courtyard, but I'm in my hostel. I'm at my hostel. This place is fucking massive. My hostel, I don't know how, I think there's like 100 rooms. No, some of them are like properly just actual like hotel room style. But there's just so many people and so many groups of different kinds of people. Yeah, I got in fine. My train was like just shy of 2 hours. But yeah. I'm just gonna have a wander around. It is Bastille Day, so it is gonna be a little bit chaotic, and there's probably gonna be fireworks later on. But yeah.
C'est les clous de base.
Morning. It is like 8:20 in the morning. I slept really well, which is pretty weird because I don't sleep well in new beds. But I'm dressed and stuff. I'm going to a boulangerie. Boulangerie? I don't know why I haven't spoken French in a year. I'm walking to a tram stop so that I can get the tram to Germany. I found a random boulangerie. The one I was going to was closed. So I got put down the place, and also a couple of free croissants from my hostel because I had free breakfast. Okay, so back in Germany, I filmed nothing when I was there. I spent like 2.5 hours there. I didn't really do much. I was just wandering around looking at things. I went to a Lidl and I bought an apple and accidentally some sparkling water. I'm gonna have lunch because I haven't had it. It's 20 to 3, so I'm here because very close by is the European Parliament, and I'm going to go there and I'm going to have a little nosy around because it's free. I'm actually kind of enjoying myself. This is just so fun. I'm just doing random shit. I found another bench to kind of sit down and look up and crazy talk to myself. But what did I get up? So today was pretty good. My idea of coming to Strasbourg was that I was going to have kind of a slow start because there's not loads of things that I can do here, at least that I'm interested in. And so I was just deliberately going really slow and just going to a few things, but doing it over, of course, a few days, which was really smart of me because had I known my flight was delayed almost 3 hours, I would have been so much more stressed if I was trying to go to somewhere crazy or, you know, pack all my stuff more quickly or rush through things. I just like that, like, bit of relaxation I gave myself. So I went to the shops after I got back from the part of the building, which was really cool. And I got a bottle of grenadine syrup and a pack of crisps, like a big pack of crisps, so that I can use those kind of over the next few days because the sparkling water's not great. This is kind of the main bit. Please ignore my watch in the middle of the floor. We have a sink. The water is drinkable. Don't know how good it is though yet. See, this has 6 beds here and then 2 over beds over there. This is my bed. It's not very exciting, but I've got my duvet. I did bring my own pillowcase. You have to store your bag in here, which is not great, but you got a little mirror. You got some shelves up here, a plug, and a little light there. And then these lockers assigned to each bed. You can just store all your valuable stuff in here when you're not in the room. The windows. Hold on. I think this one goes down to a street, so I'm a little scared to go near it. But yeah. It's actually a pretty good hostel. It's like, as I was saying, massive. So I think that makes sense why they don't have a kitchen, which is annoying for me because I want to cook and I don't want to be constantly buying little bits and bobs here and there, but it's whatever. I can manage. For dinner, this bit on my baguette, I've got this croissant from this morning. I've got half an apple and a little bit of the crisps I bought earlier.
That's how it starts. We go back to your house. You check the charts.
Okay, I have finished lunch, but I didn't film anything because it's not very exciting seeing me eat the same meal as I did last night and lunch the day before and every meal really. I have gone to the cathedral and I've gone to like Palace Rohan, which contains a few museums in it. I bought like a student ticket for like a day journey or day ticket around all the museums, so it means that I can go to any of the museums that are open with that ticket, which is really handy.
And start to figure it out.
Okay, so I'm about to get on my tram. I had to buy a new headphone adapter because mine stopped cooperating and I didn't think to bring the second one that I had because I didn't think I would need it. My really sexy boyfriend sent me money for it so that I could afford to get it because I otherwise couldn't. But yeah.
And if it's crowded, all the better.
It was like 6:45 in the morning. I've been up since 6. It is go day. I am waiting for a tram to the train station. It is in 4 minutes, so that's not big of a deal. I did witness the tram I wanted to get leave, which is a bit depressing. But they're all like 10 minutes, so it's not that big of a deal. I moved my train line yesterday because I was like, I don't love how short my connections are. They're not that crazy, they're like 20 minutes. But I could do longer, so I did.
Because we know we're gonna be up late.
On my train to Zurich. The train I was gonna get was delayed, so then I got a different train, which gets in about the same time as the other train would have gone into, given its delays. I also got a little haul. Where's my crisp baguette thing and an apple? I didn't have connection, so I didn't know how expensive it was. It's a little more expensive than I wanted it to be, but then again, Switzerland is quite an expensive country, I'm pretty sure, so whatever. Yeah, get to Zurich in like 30 minutes, and then I have like a 15-minute transfer to my train to Innsbruck.
But if you're worried about the weather, then you pick the wrong place to stay.
I've made it to my hostel. This place was more on the expensive side, and I knew from the pictures it was very like swanky hippie, but this place is kind of crazy. I'll show you around, hold on. Okay, so this is my bed. It's actually not too bad. It's also in a like circular little corner. That's my locker. I don't know, man. There's showers and a toilet. It's kind of fun. I'm gonna go try and find the kitchen so I can make my dinner tonight. This is my first actual dinner because I have a kitchen. I've got pasta and I've got cheese and I've got some oil on the pasta and I got this apple. I am on a bus. This is alright bus. I'm really scared that I got the wrong ticket and I'm charging myself extra. I woke up with a really sore hip, which is not fun given I'm doing a lot of uphill walking today. I am on my hike. There is a currently no one else around me, which is really weird, but it also means I can stop and take little short breaks because there is a lot of heavy incline. It is much cooler than it is like off the trail because I think it's very, as you can tell, very shaded. And I've got my wet rag around my neck. The one thing is I don't mind inclines that much, but when, you know, they clearly are looking off the trail and put stairs in, fuck off. Okay, so there's just train rails over there. Okay. Oh, yeah. I don't know where my route went. I don't know. I'm on this mystery road. So, yeah. A guy just run past me, so I know it's public access. So that's something at least. And the signs were pointing in the direction where I need to go. So, that's all that I'm worried about. I definitely think it's a much longer route from what I was checking on the map. But we'll see what happens. I am sitting in a square. I'm back from my hike, obviously. Oh, I'm very sore and a bit tired. But I bought myself some gelato. So, the hike was really good. I'm really tired though. And the descent was crazy. It was like so steep. Looking down, it was very scary looking. And I was like, I don't feel like I should be walking here, but it was. I've been a budget. I was under budget today and yesterday. So, we're currently balling right now.
That's how it starts.
Okay, I've made it to Verona. It is warm and I am sweaty. But I think because I was in a less hot place, I kind of acclimatized to the warm weather. So it's only a couple degrees warmer rather than like 10 degrees warmer. That doesn't mean it's not hot. Like hostel, I don't have a curtain, and I panicked and chose a top book instead of a bottom book. So I don't really know where to put any of my stuff because the lockers are too small for my bag. I'm just kind of wandering around, to be frank. It is the next day. It's like I do really warm. And again, the sun's directly on my back, so it's not great. I am doing all the little touristy things. I'm going to like a bunch of the churches.
And so it starts. You switch the engine on.
Okay, I'm hot and sweaty. I'm regretting my choices. I decided to go to a town in Lake Garda, and it was the easiest one to get to from Verona. However, I knew going into it was going to be a bit touristy. You know, I can work it, you know, I can probably find somewhere to wander around. Whatever. I'm just overwhelmed, and I don't really like it. I'll wander around for a little bit longer, and I'm going to go back to Verona. I'm going to search for some souvenirs because I haven't gotten any yet. And then I think I'm going to lay in my hostel because I think I'm just really tired and just need a bit of a rest day.
We set controls for the heart of the sun.
I am going to Venice today, but because it is quite close to Verona, I got a later train. Means I have loads of free time. So I went back to one of the churches I went to the other day because this one's very far compared to the other three that I went to. But it's the only one that sells anything, and I didn't realise until I finished my round of the churches, and I was like, I ain't going back here, like it's a while away. But I've acquired my postcard, so we bought